So here's the great thing about doing like video work in the cockpit is that later on you can edit out all of your verbal crutches, all of your mistakes and everything. So
now you know what all your verbal crutches are.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what they look like. Okay, so here we are back in the Kodiak today. I had all sorts of high intentions of shooting a full vlog. However, we got about 10 minutes out, 15 minutes out, and we had a rudder trim failure. Oh, I completely forgot to introduce my co-pilot today. This is Kayla Harder. She's one of our new pilots on the program, and we're starting her our operational checkout tomorrow. But we are kind of busy right now. We're in the middle of managing no electrical rudder trim. So Kayla's got 2 feet on the left rudder, and I'm helping her out a little bit in the descent. We've already called in our RTB and we've got our maintenance guys standing by. They're going to help us out. Today is probably going to be like the shortest vlog I've ever shot because we've got to go home.
I'm still optimistic we'll be flying later today, so we'll see.
Okay, we'll see you then. Now we're back on the ground here in Kodiak, and I'd like to say that this little rudder trim box was the culprit for our return, but unfortunately, this guy is the culprit. And I'm a little embarrassed to say it. With Kayla riding along today, she accidentally bumped the trim disconnect. She's got a switch on her yoke over on her side, and she's not really familiar with this airplane, and clearly I am not familiar enough with this airplane to know to check it. So, thankfully, everything was fine. We're gonna get up there again and continue on with our schedule. Boom! We're airborne again.
Here we are.
On our way to Malinaw. Our little issue earlier with the trim has been taken care of. I'll do a little extra video here on the side to show the culprit.
The culprit.
Right.
No, the culprit is right here, actually.
No, I actually took the blame for it earlier while I was filming.
Okay.
Everything is now shipshape, and we are ready to continue on with our schedule just 2 hours later than we usually would have. But the schedule today is we're first going to go to Malinaw, and it's just back and forth from Bawan and Malinaw today. So it's going to be a lot of asphalt. And actually, we look. Oh, let's see if I can get a. Here comes a Susie flight right over us.
Hi, Susie.
Got a little traffic warning on the G1000. I don't know if I can pick it up on my big camera. So yeah, today should be a pretty easy day, but the past week we've had this kicking wind coming either from Malaysia or out of the south, and so I'm showing just 17 knots here, but earlier today it was like 20 knots. John was saying it was 30 knots earlier, and that might get kind of bumpy over the mountains. Here we go. pesawat ini hal satu, waktu kita tiba di Long Bawan jangan berdiri dan mundur. Tolong tunggu sampai petugas buka pintu di belakang karena dia harus pakai tongkat dulu di bawah ekor. down with Molino on our way to Long Bawan, and we were just on the radio with Jeremy, who's been bouncing around the Cryan. And he gave us a weather report, and he says that the winds are strong out in the Cryan area, directly out of the west coming from Malaysia, and so that's going to be a pretty strong crosswind in Long Bawan. But we'll see. Sometimes it's strong up here and not so bad in the valleys, or vice versa. We'll take a look when we get there.
Here's a pro tip. If it's really windy out there, you can climb up underneath the instrument panel and you can do all your paperwork right here. It's nice, it's private, it's quiet, protected from the wind. It's like your own personal office. Of course, the view isn't very good, but you can get the job done. Pelayanan di Molino atau kembali dari Long Bawan? Kembali. Balik.
This is a shout out to Tyler and Renee Schmidt. I'm staying at their house and they left me some little treasures. Thank you.
Hey,
all right,
can I have one?
Yeah, but I'm not dumping these. I'm not going to risk that.
I'm going to eat them on screen. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Renee.
Thank you.
All right, so winds were just as windy as expected out in the Cryan area. However, they were right down the runway. Not incredibly difficult to deal with, which is good. We're headed towards Molino. We're on our way to have some lunch. We'll
and
see
I
ya.
can't wait.
Right.
I'm getting hangry.
Angry.
Yep.
500.
Mike go Foxtrot, clear to land 04, sir.
Clear to land 04, Mike Echo Foxtrot. Right, down and braking by, let's say Charlie. Well, still a little gusty here, but not too bad.
Papa Kilo Mike Papa, airborne time 0405, standby mid rifle, Binuang, sir.
Papa Kilo Mike Papa Golf, estimating Binuang 0436.
0436, copy it, Mike Papa Golf, report 10 mile out.
Next call 10 mile out, Mike Papa Golf.
Molino Tower.
Selamat jalan. You can do time lapses with us?
Oh yeah. All right, like usual, our guys are gonna fill up the airplane, load the airplane. We're gonna head up to the terminal. They've got a canteen on the second floor, and we are gonna have Soto and yummy drinks, but Kayla is on a sugar fast.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get the sweet tea minus the sweet.
So just the tea.
Yeah.
I'm getting the sweet though.
For you, Joy.
Everything. Okay, floating. Easy. I can hardly do my paperwork. All done with lunch. Let's go to Long Bawan.
Papa Kilo Mike Echo Foxtrot, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 22, Mike Echo Foxtrot.
Tower.
Oil pressure's good. Power set. A little crosswind. Airspeed's alive, we already got our speed check. continue. Well, we're back in the Cryan after grabbing some lunch, and this wind has really kept up its intensity throughout the day. And it's kind of funny because in the hangar, there's this really nice breeze cruising through, and so when we're doing maintenance, it's fresh, it's cool, but up here, it's just kind of kicking our butts.
Long Bawan info, Mike Papa Golf is taking off runway 22.
Oh, there's Jeremy. Jeremy's taking off 22. I guess we're going to be landing runway 22, and it is now smoky season, or getting close to smoky season here in the Cryan. I'll shoot some film right out in the front. You can see the haze. It looks like haze, but it's actually smoke from fires being lit further down south, and it comes up here. It's not super bad today, but this season is just going to get worse and worse. Anyway, we're about 5 minutes out from Bawan, and we'll see if the wind is right down the runway again. I hope it is. Down and braking by the fire road.
Oh, Kayla.
Oh, Kayla. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Right down the runway.
Terrain. Caution, terrain.
A little gusty.
Today was fun. I got to kind of chill and was the mastermind behind the camera today. Yeah, it was fun, a little bumpy, windy. What I'm really looking forward to is tomorrow I get to fly with this guy again, but tomorrow I get to actually fly.
We're going to swap seats.
We're going to swap seats and airplanes.
And airplanes.
Unfortunately. Someday I'll be in this one, maybe. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Our aiming point, get back to 330 pounds, and I go to 20 degrees of flaps right away. And Kala Begitu, I've got one more notch of flaps to help me float or help me sink. And the airspeed on the way down is 85 knots, that's our energy target. And that tailwind's gonna help me on the way down. I'm already getting a little bit slow. Oh, those boats look cool down there. Torque looks good.
500.
Yeah, this airplane likes to float, so I'm going to go full flaps. Energy controls get on the way down. We're pretty light, so that's going to factor into it. I'm not going to force it on. Little long. Little long.
Nice. Didn't say master off.
Got me.
0749ers, continue proceed to Mafanggar.
Yeah, go back shot.
The only time I can remember those when I'm not the one flying.
No, you got me. You know what's funny is that when I practice those by myself, like, I never say it out loud. But actually, I probably should, because that would help me do it in front of other people when they're watching.